Yeah, this video is for all the victims of their weird uncles and older male cousins who destroyed our childhoods by moving their fingers around under the blankets and having a young relative try to grab onto that sneaky, roving finger, unsuccessfully at first, but finally that older hand slips away and another appendage pops up and gets grabbed, this time under a thin sheet, grabbed and pulled and tugged on with shrieks of, "You won! You won! You finally got a hold of that dastardly bed snake! Oh, get it! Get it! Get that bed snake!" To all my sisters, to all the human females who played and lost this game, I dedicate this video. I was moved to film this, by the way, because of Lena and Grace Dunham's book. Well, Lena's book that was quite a bit about what she did to her younger sister. And now her younger sister, Grace, just happens to be a lesbian. I'm not here to recommend buying or even reading her book titled Not That Kind of Girl. In fact, I'm really only filming this because I'm procrastinating finishing up a couple other projects. What I would like to do is draw your attention to an earlier work of mine where I dive into that third possibility. One being, was Grace born a lesbian? Maybe. Or did she at some point choose to be a lesbian? Again, maybe, though I kind of doubt it. Or three, and this is the possibility that Emil Durkheim can provide us with a methodology that shows how it just might be possible that Grace was due to be straight, heading down that straight and narrow path, as it were, but that she was more or less talked into or coerced into meandering down a sexual path that's not so straight. Grace loved, and I'm sure she still loves her sister, bonded with her, and then bonded some more, and she just happened to experience some early childhood pre-sexual. Boy, I'm having a hard time describing what happened between Grace and her older sister Lena. It just seems so alien to me to say that part of what happened between these two felt good to little Gracie. Felt good in a sexual way. But I think we have enough evidence in her older sister's tell-all book, and evidence in the fact that Grace is now a lesbian, that it can be said Grace played some sexual games with her older sister that were enjoyable to both Lena and Grace, and somehow this bonding, somehow playing these sexual games very well could have shaped who Grace eventually became. Anyway, in an earlier video I explored this third possibility from a more scientific point of view, and with the help of Durkheim. Link in the low bar. And if you haven't seen it yet, this is a great time to go view it. Other than that, I should be uploading some real videos, some actual new videos with bona fide new content in them soon. Just going through a dry spell or something. Oh, and one more thing. Yeah, as if I didn't have it already written down. One more thing, little icing on that cake. Guess who one of the featured tweeters was? Featured in Yahoo News, tweeting something sympathetic having to do with the announcement out of Ferguson, Missouri. Tweeted something about family, of all things. Yes, she actually included the word family in her tweet, just to promote her book. So Wilson won't be indicted, and that's a good reason to buy a book written by a woman who spells it out, how she sexually molested her younger sister over and over and over again. Probably turned her into a lesbian. Maybe, probably.